I have fond memories of going to the theater to see Kull the Conqueror when it was released with my dad. It's interesting that this was actually supposed to be the third Conan film, entitled Conan the Conqueror, but since Arnold didn't have any interest in playing that role a third time, it was rewritten with Kevin Sorbo in mind to play Kull. Kull the Conqueror is also a Marvel comic that had 3 different series adaptations between 1971 to 1985. Robert E. Howard was the creator of the Kull character, and is credited as being a writer for the film for the characters and the overall world that Kull takes place in, and it's pretty apparent how similar to Conan Kull himself is along with his kingdom. I've unfortunately never read any of the comic books, but if they go along the lines of Conan and other barbarian-type fantasy settings, I'm all in. The movie Kull the Conqueror itself is pretty cheesy and just lends itself to that campy sword and sorcery fun that is so heavily missed these days, and even though that's how I feel, I'm glad there was never a sequel. One of my favorite things about this flick, besides the character of Kull and the setting, is the music. It's a really solid metal soundtrack that I think encases the fight scenes perfectly, and I don't think it would have survived without it.
You can't have her. Finish what you started, priest. No! You can't win. You already lost. Everyone and everything you hold dear is doomed because of you. An arrogant dog who would be king. Come here.
This opening makes me want to play some Warcraft or Dungeon Keeper.
At the dawn of time, the world was covered in flames, and demons ruled over men. It was the time of Akavasha, sorceress queen of Acheron, a kingdom of hell on earth. Then the great god Volka destroyed Akavasha's evil empire, but left a single flame of Acheron to burn for all eternity. From the ashes of ancient Acheron rose the great kingdom of Valusia, where the flame still burns as a reminder of godless times.
So what is this? Well, that certainly is one way to gain a level.
No, not all. is for chopping wood, a barbarian tool. This! Yes. Is for waging war. A nobleman's blade. Ha! You!
Don't throw your axe away again. I need you to hold on to it so this can happen. Welcome to medieval times.
I spare your life tonight.
Alright, before we get started, which one of you is actually older than 16 or 17 so the king does not get declared as a sex offender? She's already expecting it to last no more than 5 seconds.
The hand of destiny.
Destiny.
The kiss. The fate of your kingdom will be found within a kiss.
A kiss. Is that so?
Shall I undress now?
Are you in a hurry?
I am whatever you wish.
All slaves of Valusia shall be set free, starting with my own. You, go home.
I am, Her Majesty. I was born here in the palace.
Oh. Well, from now on you will receive a fair wage. You, where are you from?
I have no home, sire. I was raised by a kind herd of wild cows. After thousands of years, wouldn't her blood be dried up, even after sitting in that little vial? Tia Carrere as a redhead? Holy shit. Every man knows.
You see, my lord, every noble has brought the prize of his house. Fanara from the house of Bolin, as pure as virgin snow.
We've met. She's not that pure.
Well, Kull, you really don't have to worry about being a sex offender now.
Your Majesty! I suspected foul doings. I rejoice to find you alive.
Of course I'm alive. I've escaped grimmer dungeons than that.
All of Valusia believes you've been murdered, and Zoretta's to be executed for the crime.
When I get my hands on the bitch demon, I will rip out her evil heart.
She won't be so easy to kill.
This mark burns on her breast. What is it?
A coin of ancient Acheron. Your queen was once queen of that evil empire, when the world was cloaked in darkness, and demons ruled over men.
The Red Witch.
Your bride is over 3,000 years old.
She said she was 19.
Up the irons with Kull the Conqueror, Zits and Zombies. If you dig swords, witches, and barbarians, and for some reason you've never seen Kull, it's not an obscurity. The DVD is pretty cheap to come by, and there are plenty of streaming services that have it to buy or rent. The most positive thing I can put forward about Kull the Conqueror is that the quest that they go on to get the breath of Volka from the Isles of Ice actually feels like a quest. The journey they go on doesn't feel rushed, and I like the conclusion in which it was open-ended even though it was never used. Metal, Kevin Sorbo, hand-to-hand combat, hot chicks, Conan's son, and Tia Carrere all add up to a fantastical thrill ride that will satisfy you. Eating and drinking with Juba on a pirate ship? Why wait?
Are ugly.